fell into a teleport trap and we're stuck here. We did not look for treasure after killing the beholder. Is there anything else?
That pretty much sums it up. But yeah, you guys have teleported here into an empty stone room. At the... One moment. Alright, sorry. At the left wall containing a opening down a flight of stairs into a larger chamber.
Is there anything else? Any other exits?
Nope. Just the iron dais you guys appeared on top of, and the stairwell.
Well, let's check for traps and head down the stairwell.
Yeah, you find no traps, and as you kind of make your way out to the exit, there's a whoosh and a popping noise behind you. As you see a gnome made out of metal standing on the dais.
Meta Knight, is that you?
What? What fiendish device is this? Who are you guys? Speak or I'll kill you.
We are adventurers, adventuring in this dungeon. Who are you?
I'm Unob. I came here to smite the lich that built this place. Are you in league with him?
No. His,
You're kind of funny looking. If I picked you up and threw you, could I use you like a wrecking ball?
No. You could not.
Oh, come on. Where's your sense of adventure?
At the end of this dungeon were the liches.
Mayhem.
well, you hate the Lich. The Lich killed our friend. You wanna team up?
It would seem we are natural allies, yes. Also, that wizard in the cave, he's on the list.
The list?
The list.
The list of people you need to kill?
The list of those who are in good need of smiting.
Why? What do you do?
He's in league with this lich. But he isn't here, so we can't smite him. Yet.
Yeah, I gotta do the Lich first.
Right. So there's only one obvious way out of here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, well, looks like that way is deeper into the dungeon. And I start walking down the stairs.
Well,
I like him. What the hell is he?
He's a gnome with a battle axe.
In heavy armor.
Yeah, he's wearing plate. He's got. It's not in the image. I couldn't find one with a shield, but he has a shield. He has a battle axe.
That is so funny looking. That is just a gnome in heavy armor. That is just hilarious. That just redoubles my effort to use him as a human, especially if he's a paladin. Bro, the distance we can make. Oh my goodness.
Well, it's funny you should mention that because he does have an aura about him. Everyone within 5 feet of him gets a +5 to their saves and cannot be charmed.
Oh, that's just bad. That's just bad. All right.
so what if someone is already charmed and they enter your aura?
The charm will be canceled.
Yeah, like it just straight up says people can't be charmed within my aura.
So, like, you get within 5 feet of Artie, and it's like, oh god, how do I keep forgetting about this? I have an evil box. You want to help me destroy it?
Yes, I do. Put the box on the ground.
I pull out the box and put it on the ground.
Box?
Jar. Evil jar.
Oh! The jar, yes.
Yeah, this thing charmed me, and good thing you cancel those out.
Divine sense.
It is not desecrated nor consecrated.
I strike the jar down.
You strike the jar down, alright.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed, you smite it, crushing it beneath you.
Out of it comes.
As it shatters, a crimson mist kind of flows out of it, taking the form of a large humanoid. Looks kind of like this.
I assume we roll an inch.
4,000 years I've laid dormant. Who disturbs my rest?
My name is Munub. Are you evil?
You are very forward in your questions. And you offend me. Die, gnome. Roll an inch.
Oh, I don't think so.
I'm taking that as a yes.
Alpha.
I'm going to introduce this genie to my. Yeah, I'm just going to hit him. I don't know what vase you popped out of, but you going back.
You literally saw the vase he came out of.
Hey, don't confuse me with your knowledge.
Three hits.
$30 points of magical bullet damage.
Already?
As I pretend to whack him. Proceed to whack him. Whack it, whack it, whack it. Alright, I am done.
Moonob.
Well, as a bonus action, I will curse him for being evil. And then I'm going to strike him twice. Let's see here. What's my to hit? Does a 19 hit?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Because of the curse, I get to add my proficiency bonus to my damage rolls. And I'm going to make both of these a level 1 smite. Do I get the bonus d8?
No.
Okay.
Well, he is evil. You don't just get extra smite dice because of that.
I should.
That'd be really cool if we could.
Alright, 52 points, a mixture of slashing and radiant.
Mm-hmm. Anything else?
Nope, that is it for me.
So we're just going to murder hobo things now.
Evil things. Evil things. We are here to smite, the unholy and the evil. But Munab is done.
Artie?
Well, following the example set by my party members, I'm going to go into melee and start punching.
Two hits.
For 19 thunder. And that is it.
Alrighty. Yeah, he is looking bloodied. And the Ifriti is going to lower its sword and hold up a hand. Hold your blades. You have clearly outmatched me in combat. As a reward for this, I shall grant you a wish. Alpha,
So,
your turn.
so, um, Wish, he says. Hmm. Do I know anything about genies?
They're evil and will monkey paw your wish.
Yeah.
Give me
Yeah.
a let's call it a history or an arcana check. Yeah. You know that the genies have the ability to grant people magical wishes. Sometimes this bites them in the ass.
Hmm. So, should I, it was evil, so I believe I'm just gonna continue to pound this thing.
Oh, in combat.
Beg for mercy all you want. You shall receive none. Die, foul beast! 31 points of magical blunt damage.
Alrighty.
I am done. I am going to let the paladin get the smite kill.
Hamhawk.
Oh, Hammock is in here. Oh.
What are we fighting?
We are fighting a genie that came out of a magic bottle that Artie had. It'd been mind controlling him, and we didn't know he had it until he stepped into Under's aura, and it broke the mind control, and he pulled it out like, "Hey, by the way, this thing controls me when I'm not in the aura." And we were like, "Well, break it." We broke it, and out popped the genie.
Well, I wish we had known about that.
But Under's has deemed it necessary to end this thing, so we're in.
Okay. How far away is it?
15 feet.
Should be in melee with everybody because all of us just ran in. That's why the meme of the picture of it getting jumped because he ran in melee with this thing.
I am in fact not going to run into melee. I'm going to back up another 15 feet if there's room.
You're not a melee combatant?
Nope.
Oh, cool. You are only ranged.
Yeah, he's the ranged guy. And he is going to use a bonus action to mark it, and then he's going to throw darts at it. It's not like prone or fairy fired or anything.
Nope.
Alright, just flat roll.
It is bloodied.
Yeah, Now, I want to point out, right before I started smashing it, the turn before that, on its turn, it used its turn to beg for its life. So,
And you didn't hear because I was holding down the wrong key, but my response was simply die, fiend.
That looks like one hit.
One hit.
Alright, and on that hit, I'm going to mark it. So that's plus 2d6 now. There we go, 31 magical bludgeoning damage.
Goddamn. Alrighty. Munob?
I take my axe to him. Oops, that should be +9. Does a 19 hit?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And we'll throw another smite on it, just one more. For 40 points of slashing and radiant damage.
That is the exact number required. The genie disintegrates into dust and red mist, leaving behind the scimitar
Oh, cool. Magic sword.
and a loincloth.
Well, I guess I should just identify the scimitar to see if it's magical.
Sure. Is there anything else in this room besides at this point? We did make a little bit of noise.
Nothing else has shown up.
Okay. Sure, go ahead. ID.
I identify the scimitar.
Alright. It registers as the legendary scimitar of scimitar. It works like a mechanical scimitar. It's a scimitar.
This is the legendary scimitar of scimitar. Its powers are so great and unknowable that Identify cannot read them.
I don't know, sounds kind of dangerous.
Does anybody want it?
No, sorry, I'm too round for all that edge.
I don't know, it's a curved sword. It would fit well with someone around. Or, excuse me, I pronounced that wrong. It should be curved sword.
So no, I don't think any of us want the scimitar.
Alright. I also got other magic items if I should probably distribute in case we get into another fight.
Oh, what do you got?
Anybody want a flying broom?
You don't need it?
I have. This is my second one. Yuri had one, I had one.
Having an air assault paladin sounds interesting.
Yeah, I'm too heavy for it, so you have to give it to Munab anyway.
Alright. Here you go.
Cool.
And then I got a cloak of protection.
Well, I
What
don't.
does that do?
I'd require giving up my cloak of billowing. No, thank you.
I am not currently wearing a cloak.
It's
What is the...
+1 to AC and saving throws.
That's not bad.
Yeah, Munob doesn't need it. It would be funny to give it to him just for the memes because his AC currently is 22.
Alright, Hemlock is only at 18 and doesn't use a shield.
Then you should have it.
Alright.
Like whoever is the lowest in armor class and saving throw should be taking that.
Alright. Here you go.
Thank you.
How about a ring of mind shielding?
That sounds like something you should be wearing, given your history.
Yeah, I agree. I think you should keep that, Artie.
Okay. Boots of levitation.
Boots of levitation. I guess that would be. I don't know. My boots are. I have boots of springing and jumping. I think. Uh, no, I don't have any boots. I have gloves of springing and jumping. I'll take the boots. Yeah.
Alright, here you go. Amulet of proof against detection and location.
Who should we give that to?
I mean, if no one else wants it, I'll take it.
Are we splitting Yuri's? I mean, what's his name? Stuff? Is that what we're doing?
Some of that is Yuri's stuff, yeah. Some of it isn't. Like the boots, he didn't have boots of levitation.
No,
Yeah, I had those, and then I bought the broom of flying. It's like, what do I need these for now?
Yeah, if no one else wants it, you know, the paladin being unable to be scryed on sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
The unanticipatable flying paladin.
Yes.
Alright, here you go.
That's clad in plate mail. Okay.
I don't think anyone can use his bazooka of the Pact Keeper.
Probably not.
What are the requirements for that?
It only affects warlock spells.
Boots of levitation.
Technically, I think I can use that. It just won't be very useful.
You have warlock spells?
Yes, I do.
Alright. Suppose you can take
Am I
it.
the only one with warlock levels in the party?
Yeah, I don't have any world.
Okay. Because this is going to be one of those things that I pull out like, you know, once in a blue moon. He isn't going to need or use this a lot. All right, but sure, I'll keep it.
Here you go. A rope of entanglement.
Rope of entanglement.
The real question is, who has the other rope of entanglement, and how do we communicate with them?
Huh? Oh, I get it.
What does the rope of entanglement do?
We're not quite sure. Sorry, I couldn't resist.
So, it's 30 feet long, weighs 3 pounds. If you hold one end of the rope and use its action to speak its command word, The other end darts forward to entangle a creature you can see within 20 feet. The target must succeed on a DC 15 Dex saving throw or become restrained.
Well, I'm already like 2/3 of the way towards being a cowboy.
We had a long rest, right? Or no?
What the hell? I'll take the rope.
No, you have not had a long rest since the Beholder fight.
Okay, that's what I thought.
So you're taking the rope?
Yes.
Here you go. We also got a potion of clairvoyance.
What is potion of clairvoyance? What's that do?
Basically, cast the spell clairvoyance, so you create an invisible sensor within range of a location familiar to you, or in an obvious location that is unfamiliar to you. The sensor remains in place for the duration, and it can't be attacked or otherwise interacted with. When you cast a spell, you choose seeing or hearing, and can use the chosen sense through the sensor.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't seem immediately useful, so I could hold on to this stuff.
Are there any other goodies for you to hand out?
Scroll of Dreams, Scroll of Modifying Memory, a Book of Shadows, Scroll of Lesser Restoration. And then more common things like Dave's tools and things to sell.
Alrighty.
Got some unholy demonic scriptures from the Cult of the Hydra.
That should be burned.
Actually, a funny thing about that item's not actually in there.
Huh?
Yeah. Yeah, I've been having to sit on that bit of knowledge for a long time.
Oh, well,
See, when I've been like
unholy
adding stuff to my
demonic.
inventory, that book just hasn't been there, and I never noticed. Because it's been in my backpack the whole time.
Shit, did I never actually send you the PM?
No.
Fuck.
Hence
Yeah,
why
no.
it was still on my inventory.
Yeah, shit. No, fuck, I thought I remembered to send you the PM. Okay. Yeah, that went missing
Oh.
during a certain period of unconsciousness.
Oh. Well then.
I'm not sure if a certain part is narrowing that down.
You'd be surprised at how little that narrows it down.
There was a certain achievement that you were right about to unlock back in the place.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. Yeah, someone took that off your body. Shit, I thought I sent you the PM about that.
Nope. Oh well.
Whoops. Yeah, so that one doesn't actually exist in there.
Well, then he wouldn't have taken it off.
Yeah, that book of the Hydra is missing.
What book? We don't recall any book.
Yeah, you just wouldn't have found it. Like Munab didn't Yuri didn't tell you guys like what's in his backpack the whole time. So this is just what you would have discovered going through it.
Everything's like perfectly labeled. There's a section there that says Cult of the Hydra book. And it's just empty.
And the last thing of interest is a scroll of sending.
Alrighty. Well, do you guys want to take a quick short rest so we can attune to our various items?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. So I think we wait around for an hour.
Indeed, you guys wait around for an hour.
Just imagine if, like, the Lich is just watching us. Like, we teleport to the teleport trap, go down a few stairs, pull out a box, break it, fight a bit, distribute some loot, and then have a lunch break.
Yep. Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned that. Because while you guys are resting, there is some lumbering coming from the far side of the room.
What kind of wood is it?
It's not wood.
Oh,
So they look like these. They are running in your guys' direction.
ah.
Do we roll an ish?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
To be clear, we did not complete the short rest.
Correct.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
Alpha.
I think I'm going to smash the thing. That sounds like a real good plan to me. I'm just gonna start smashing. And smashing it. How many of them are there?
2.
Two? Smashing a lot. How many hits?
1 hit, 2 hit, 3 hit, 4.
All right. I need. Can he be knocked prone? What size is he?
I mean, more importantly, what kind of weapon are you using?
A hammer. A magical blunt hammer.
Okay.
Yes, I'm gonna cave the side of this thing's head. This rock, I'm gonna chip it all to pieces. Shadow that shit.
All right, you said you're going to try to knock him prone?
Yes, I need a strength save. And if you fail the first one, just keep rolling because I'll keep rolling strength saves until he falls over. Because I got 4 hits. And I got 4. Wait, let me make sure I got 4 combat superiority. Yeah, I got 4 left. Yes, this will be all of mine. Yeah, I'll be out. Pass, fail. Fail. The 14's a fail. So okay, good. So 4 hits, and I used 4, and that's a D8 is my superiority die, right? No. Yes. No, it's a yes, it's a D8. So 4 hits, D8, 8 D8.
How many of these guys are there?
2.
61 points of magical block damage. I'm the one that's prone.
Alrighty.
Just go over and start smacking him until he hits the ground and keep smacking him. And I'm done.
Munob,
Distance?
30.
Alright, I'll fly over to the prone one and smack him once with my battle axe. That's 12 slashing. Did it have any effect?
It's magical, you said, yes?
No.
No, it had no effect.
Okay. That's what I was testing for. That's why I called out only the first attack. Then in that case, as a bonus action, I will cast Magic Weapon on my battle axe. And then continue to hit it a second time.
What's the plus on your battle axe? No, I'm just kidding.
+1. Need a few more levels before I can get it up to a +2.
God, you said +1 and my head was immediately filled with, my weapon has no effect. My weapon has no effect. I had to drop your item on the ground. I can't carry anymore. My weapon has no effect.
Yeah, and then, just for shits and giggles, I am going to make that a smite. For a total of 24 points of damage, magical slashing, and radiant.
Alrighty.
That's it from you, Nob.
Ham.
How far away are these rock people?
Clay and 30 feet.
Ah. Okay. I will pick one of the. There's one that isn't prone that's injured, right?
The prone one is the injured one. And then there's the one that Munob attacked. Or sorry, no, you attacked the prone one, right, Munob?
Yeah.
In that case, yes. There's the healthy one and the one that's prone and fucked up.
I will pick the healthy one, and I will shoot him.
And this is with the magic sling?
Yes.
Alright, a 17 hits the golem, and roll a d3. Your shot goes wide, like real wide.
Nice.
Yeah, you flung that one, you released early, and it basically went straight up into the ceiling and fell right in front of you.
Well, some of these are just rocks that I found, so that one might have been a little misshapen.
Quite possible.
Alright, and upon hitting him, I am going to mark him again, dealing 31 magical bludgeoning.
Alrighty.
And that is it for me.
These guys. So, the prone one's going to stand up, and then both of them are going to start moving fast. And they're going to try to wallop some people.
You can try.
Let's go with one of them's going to try to wallop Alpha, and the other one's going to try to wallop Munob.
Alpha relishes this combat.
Let's start with Alpha.
Three hits.
Alrighty. Okie dokie, hold on. You take 40 points of magical bludgeoning.
It's magical bludgeoning?
Yes.
Yes. Fine, okay.
Alright, and I need 3 Constitution saving throws.
Remember the +5 bonus from being in my aura, because you're right next to me.
Those pass, and nothing bad happens. And Munob.
Uh-huh. The 24 hits.
$16 points of magical bludgeoning. And I need a Constitution saving throw from you.
Okay.
Actually, you're a paladin. You probably have some crazy numbers. What's your Constitution bonus to your save?
7.
Okay, so you're okay.
It is possible.
Yep.
Ooh.
Had to make sure you didn't have some kind of batshit insane, plus 15 to your save.
No, that's my charisma save. And then also I need to... Alright. I didn't... The 14 was my concentration check on magic weapon.
Alrighty.
Does an 11 pass? Okay.
Wait. Oh, and 11 past the...
The weapon hit save, yep. Alright.
Yeah. Alrighty, so your maximum hit points are reduced by 8. Oh, wait. Oh, equal to the damage. Your maximum hit points are reduced by 16.
Oh, okay. Great. I look uninjured. Because I'm at, 77 to 77 now. So I guess it just looks like it had no effect on me.
Hey, Moonhopper, you're like on a diet or something? You look thinner.
How can you tell? Still your turn, Gilbert.
Mm-hmm. That's all. Armorson?
Can't I get both of them with Fairy Fire with no allies?
Yes.
Alright, let's test it out. I hope they aren't dexterous. Two fails. They're both glowing.
Indeed.
Alright, guys. Murder them.
You heard it here first, Paladin. Your party member is encouraging murder.
I mean, they're evil constructs, so that's appropriate.
Is it my turn? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
I am going to, as a bonus action, I am going to second wind, and as an action, I'm going to drink a potion because I'm not looking so hot.
You can fall back. I can handle this.
I'm going to try to fall back, yes, but I couldn't stand. I couldn't take a hit if I would have tried to fall back. They do magical damage. I don't wear any armor. My fucking paladin, my barbarian resistance doesn't work on magical damage. So yeah, I'm getting fucked.
Pretty sure it does, doesn't it?
No, I'm in rage. I am not immune to magical damage. No, I don't have magical damage. No,
I think that's specifically Totem Barbarian.
it is.
Oh, yeah.
But I went wild mage and wild magic, and so no, I had to back away.
Alright, so you're
Backing
drinking potion.
out of combat, yes.
Alright, this one's going to try to get that attack of opportunity on you.
That's a hit.
I'm pretty sure you do have resistance to that, Alpha.
No, I'm looking at my sheet. I don't have resistance.
Does it specify non-magical? You should still have.
Slashing, bludgeoning, and piercing. That's it.
It doesn't specify non-magical. Magical slashing, bludgeoning, and piercing is still slashing, bludgeoning, and piercing.
I'm not sure about that. Is that right?
Should be, yeah.
Well, and if that's the case, then I wouldn't have disengaged from combat because I would have took half of what I thought I took. I'm gonna stay in combat, but I'm gonna modify my hit points. and I'm gonna stay in combat. But I'm gonna keep drink the potion in second wind anyway. But I'm gonna stay right there in combat.
Alright, we'll just ignore the punch to your face.
Yeah, just ignore that.
Alrighty.
Because I thought magical damage didn't count against the barbarian.
No, it's all good. Alrighty. Munub.
So, the one we've been injuring stood up, but now it's glowing, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm gonna smite him.
As one
Bold
would.
plan. Let's see how it plays out.
It's teasing me.
F and A, God.
Yeah, those hit.
Alright, yeah, we'll throw another level 1 smite on one of those. Total of 31, magical, slashing, and radiant.
That is, in fact, big kahuna damage.
That is it for me.
Alrighty. Ham.
Alright.
Oh, I should also say that thing's pretty well bloodied.
The prone one? Or, no, he's not prone anymore. They both got up, didn't they?
Right. The one that's been wailed on.
Okay. Then we'll target that one. Actually, you'll need to read how this works. What about the healthy one, actually?
Well, you hit it once with a sling.
Alright. I'm going to target the same one again, actually, because I already marked him twice.
Alright.
And as a bonus action, we're going to mark him a third time. And yeah, I'm going to shoot him twice.
Bold.
You do have advantage, by the way.
Oh, let's crit fish then. On both of them? Oh yeah, they're both furry fired. Alright, I think I hit twice though.
That is, in fact, 2 hits.
Alright then. Alright, between those 2 hits, that is a total of 60 magical bludgeoning.
Holy fuck, yeah, they're both bloodied now.
Yep. That is 2 sharpshooter shots with a +3 weapon, along with Hunter's Mark and the 2 other kinds of mark that I could access to.
Yeah, you got that guy.
Alright, that's going to be it for me.
Alrighty. These guys. Well, they're gonna throw hands.
They're at disadvantage because I'm in melee with them.
What?
They're making ranged attacks by throwing their hands while I'm in melee with them.
No, I mean they're punching you in the face.
Oh well, sure. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Punch me.
we'll go with you specifically. All two of them are gonna punch you in the face.
They are
Okay.
actually throwing their hands, but they both have crossbow expert.
Here we go. They're gonna all throw hands with you.
Okay.
With me?
No, it means
Ooh, they throw some good hands. I thought they were at a disadvantage. Oh, no.
no. That was because I was making a joke about them throwing hands. All right. As a reaction, I will cast Shield, and only one of those hits. Only the 27 actually hits me because that's my armor class.
Oh, he's got the shield spell. Oh, my God. Be like a 27 or some bullshit.
Yeah, it's
10.
exactly a 27.
10 points of magical bludgeoning damage, and I need a Constitution saving throw from you.
Yeah, I'll just bounced off a little gnome's armor.
All right.
You know, you should wear an armored helmet. That way I can pick you up and stab enemies with you.
That was bad. Magic weapon concentration.
Already.
Artie.
Well, got my magic out there. Now I'm gonna go up and punch each of them once.
Oh, I just punched one of them once. What are you doing? You just bitch slapping them? You going up there? Stop!
Runs up, punch each one of them once, hitting each time.
He goes up and slaps shit out of him.
Thunder damage.
Already.
Yeah, I do not deal a lot of damage.
Indeed. Anything else?
No.
Mm-hmm. Well then. Alpha.
I am going to smash!
Smash.
Do I smash?
Yep, you smash.
All 3 times? Cool.
Mm-hmm.
$38 points of magical blunt damage.
Alright, that one is dead.
Aw.
Anything else?
Nope, I'm good.
Alright. Yuri?
Is that glowing one we've been pounding on still up?
No, he just killed it.
Okay.
They're both glowing, I thought.
They
Yeah,
are
they're
both
both
glowing.
glowing.
Alright, well, I'm going to start hitting the other one then.
Alright.
Well, that's going to be a crit. And I'm going to make that a smite. Level 2.
Ah, yes, but little did you know that these were adamantine-laced clay golems.
Eat 38 points of damage.
And that one is now badly bloodied.
How much do these golems weigh?
Let's see. Hey, Under. A cubic foot of clay, how much does that weigh?
Cubic foot,
Yeah.
probably 150 pounds.
Okay, so 150 pounds, and they're several cubic feet. I'm gonna say that each one of these guys is like 1,100 pounds.
Okay.
Like minimum. Alrighty. Ham hock.
The one I've been attacking is still left.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Third time's the charm. Hey, that's a crit. Oh, and it's on the first hit, too. That's even better. Do I hit with a 22?
Oh, yeah, that's extra damage.
It is extra damage, because 2 of my marks only do damage on the first hit. I'm guessing the 22 also hits.
Do you get sneak attack?
Yes.
Sneak attack!
I do not get sneak attack. I am a ranger. Alright, let's see here. Then let's see, we'll just do the first hit and then the second hit. So let's see, it should be, yeah. I think that's right. No, that's a crit. Although that actually feels like kind of a low amount of damage. It like barely did more than the last time I hit.
Yes, but 69 points of damage is enough to take out this clay golem.
69 points of bludgeoning damage.
Indeed, you pound this clay. The last time that clay has been worked this this harshly was the movie Ghost. There, we get our 69 times.
Yeah, there you go. Right. Well, I think that kills it.
Indeed.
Are we out of initiative?
Yes.
Alright. I would, after gathering up half of my spent pebbles, I would like to find more pebbles.
Well, you pull a couple pebbles out of the center mass of the clay golems.
Yeah, well, besides the pebbles that I am able to recover.
Make magic pebbles from the clay golems.
I would, unfortunately, I cannot do that.
You should get a bag of ball bearings. That would have been cool.
Those would be a little too small to be sling bullets. Those would be some very big ball bearings.
Sling some caltrops.
Not terribly aerodynamic, those. But anyway, can I find more appropriately sling bullet-sized rocks?
Yes. You can
Alright.
find 3 bullets.
Nice.
Well, you guys are out of initiative.
Great. I think we still want to take this short rest.
Yeah.
Alright, you guys sit back down, take your rest. Successfully.
Okay. Does my max HP restore after a short rest?
I am double checking. No. It remains.
Okay. Now I'm going to spend a hit die. Okay. Alright. So what direction did these golems come from?
They came from the south.
We should go that way, guys.
Let's do it.
Alrighty.
We'll go that way, and I'll check for traps.
Alright, give an investigation check. You spot no traps as you advance. Shit, sorry, my tabs are all screwed up. Alright. Yeah. You kind of advance across this empty room, and you can see the hallway where these guys appear to have come from down south. Hello?
Okay. Yeah, I'm waiting for you to finish your description.
Oh, that's it. It's an
The
empty
hallway.
room with 2 clay golems and a hallway. Stretches down.
Let's go down the hallway.
Alright, yeah. You guys advance down the corridor, stepping into a circular chamber, the center of which is occupied by a rather expansive pool of water, 60 feet in diameter. It's deep and murky, almost like an unnatural shade of blue, like blue-green. The opposite side of which is another one of those metal teleportation daises. And the east wall, at the 3 o'clock position, is a pair of closed iron doors.
Well, I'll walk up to the edge of the pool, and then I will divine sense.
Divine sense.
Mm-hmm.
You detect nothing.
Okay. Do I see anything in the pool?
Give me a perception check.
So we've had a short rest, Dan. That was a good one. I'm sorry, I stepped away for a moment. I had to go to the bathroom.
Yes, we had a short rest.
Yes, thank you.
A 9.
A 9. Yeah, there's nothing to see here in the pool.
Alrighty, guys. I mean, it's pool water. I'm much more interested in those doors, though.
I will check the doors for traps.
Give me an investigation check. Yeah, you find no traps, although you do see written on the door a small sign. It says, in common, spell the name of your host and enter.
Oh crap! One of those Lord of the Ring type puzzles. Who is our host? What's the guy we're going to see? The necromancer's name? Uh-oh. Whoa. Nablo-Plasalar.
Nablo Palisar.
Nablo-Plasalar.
Oh, I know my target. I know.
In the Gnomish alphabet, Nablo starts with a G.
That's fucking great.
There we go.
Nablo Palisar.
Hamhock steps on the letter N and falls through the floor.
Not a Gnelf, not a Gnoblin, not a Gnome, Gnablo Palisar. Alright. Yeah, alright. So you spell out the name. Out of curiosity, who's in the back of the party?
Probably be Hamhock.
Hamhawk, okay. Hamhawk, what's your passive?
16.
Yeah, you hear water dripping behind you.
I turn around.
There is a tentacle slowly reaching out of the water towards you.
Uh-oh. Tentacle, tentacle! I move away from the tentacle.
Indeed. Let's be rolling initiative. Hamhawk.
Alright, how far away was I able to get from the tentacle?
Well, it's like it's your turn. The whole thing there is like you're not surprised. So this would be your
Okay.
opportunity to move.
Am I in melee with it? I would prefer not to be.
Yeah, you're not in melee of it.
Alright. Then I will back up towards like the front of where the party is so that they have room to get in there and slash at that thing. And after I'm done backing up, I will bonus action mark the tentacle and then shoot it twice.
Alrighty.
I can see enough of it that I can like hit it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Ooh. Never forget.
Indeed. One of your sling bullets miss. The other one just kind of glances off the tendril.
Alright. Well, that's it for me.
Muniob?
How far am I away from this tentacle of water?
Oh, it's not a tentacle of water. It's a tentacle of meat.
Even better. How far am I from this meaty-looking tentacle?
Oh, about 20 feet.
Is it up in the air?
Yeah, kind of.
I get on my
It's
broom,
reaching out of the air.
and I fly after the tentacle, and I attack it with my axe. Does a 17 hit it?
A 17 strikes the tendril.
That is 9 mundane slashing damage. Does it look like it was effective?
No.
Not at all?
The non-magical blow had no effect.
Alright, well, I will bonus action, cast magical weapon, and strike it again. Does a 15 hit?
No.
Well, that's all I got.
This thing.
Yep, and I flew right into it.
Yep. Well, let's see here. It'll make 3 tentacle attacks as 2 more tentacles burst from the water. We'll put an attack on Alpha. We'll put an attack on Munob and an attack on Armerson. So Alpha, Munob, and then Armerson?
Come on now. Fuck, he don't even have to. I have an 18 armor class. He can hit me on a 1.
Actually, on a 1, he misses.
He cannot, unless he rolls 1, he cannot not hit me.
There's nothing I can do at this time to stop 31.
Already.
He misses me.
Alright, Alpha and Munob. Alpha, you take 22 points of bludgeoning damage, and Munob, you take 18 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okie dokie.
In addition, you guys are grappled and restrained.
Okay.
Alpha.
Can I smack this thing? Or can I burst loose? Can I tear this thing off?
This is a pretty dummy thick tentacle.
I have pretty dummy strengths.
Are you trying to get out of its grapple?
Yes.
All right. I will need from you to make your yes. I will need you to make a what is it? Athletics or acrobatics to get out of a grapple?
Generally speaking.
Yep. Yes, you managed to force your way out of the tentacle.
Thank you. Now, can I smack this thing?
Yeah, I mean,
Action. Wait, that was my action, though, wasn't it?
yeah.
Can I bonus action grapple it and try to pull it out of the water or pull it apart? If I need another action, I can action surge and try to just tear this thing.
You want to grab this and pull it onto shore.
Sure. See if it wants to come, or if it lets it have it on.
All right, yeah. So you'll have to use action surge and spend an attack to grapple it and attack to pull it.
Okay. Then so what is it? A strength?
Mm-hmm.
No. Okay. Would I get the paladin aura because it's a
No, that's
strength
for save.
Oh, okay.
You're not making a strength save. You're making a grapple check against it initially.
I failed.
Not necessarily. Yes. You do not manage to grapple it. The massive tentacle continues to wiggle about. Anything else?
No, I'm spent.
All right. Artie.
Can I punch the tentacle holding Munab?
It is out in the water.
I can fly.
Yes.
One or two hits.
One hit. Or, sorry, two hits. Alrighty.
Just like punching, like, let him go.
Anything else?
No.
Alrighty. Well, yeah. It's going to use a legendary action, make a tentacle attack. It's going to try to grab you, Armerson.
Yeah.
22 points of bludgeoning. And you are grappled and restrained. How are you guys looking?
Slightly injured.
Slightly injured.
I am okay.
Alrighty. Hamhawk.
I can still see the tentacle.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I'm gonna keep shooting. Right after I use a bonus action to mark it. Oh. Do I at least hit with a 19?
Yes.
Nice. $38 magical bludgeoning.
Oh shit, 3 6s in a row, some of the Demogorgon. Alright.
And that'll be it.
Alright. Munob.
So this thing's grappled and restrained me?
Yes, it has grappled and restrained you.
I would like to attempt to escape its grapple.
Alright.
That's what? Oof.
That is not sufficient.
Indeed. Well, that's all I got, then. If that was my action.
Alright. This
No
thing.
good.
Well, this thing's gonna swim. And it is going to pull you, Munob and Armerson, into the murky water.
Are we able to hold our breaths?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Isn't you can hold your breath, your constitution modifier in minutes?
Mm-hmm. And then this thing is going to, well, it's going to try to eat its dinner. Let's make a D2 here. 1, it'll attack Armerson. 2, it'll attack Munob. Alright, it's going to try to eat Armerson. Alright, let's see here. Does a 28 hit you, Armerson?
Just barely. I doubt this is gonna work, but I'll just try Radiant Weapon. Can it be blinded?
Technically, that is a thing that can occur to it.
Con save! It needs to roll a 3 in order to fail.
All right.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, this kraken swallows you whole. Well swallowed, you are blinded and restrained. Have total cover against attacks and effects outside of the kraken. Along with some other fun stuff. Alpha. Alpha. Mister. Alpha dodges. Armerson. So, you are starting your turn in this thing's gullet.
Yes.
You take 50 points of acid damage.
Ow. Still up though.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so what are you doing? You have been swallowed and are being digested.
Do I think that this thing could be
It
immune
was
to poison?
slowly digested over 1,000 years.
Well, that would be a, honestly, I don't even know. Do you think it would be immune to poison, Armisen? Give me a... Arcana check?
Would this take my action?
No. This is just off the top of your head. Do you think Krakens... You have no idea. Maybe they can, maybe they can't. No one seems to have ever actually asked the question to your knowledge.
Well, remember when I made that poisonous canister shot?
Yeah?
I'd like to pull that out. And does it need to be fired, or can I just like drop it here and let it poison him?
You're asking if you can just take the poison that you have access to and just put it in its stomach.
Yeah, it's generally how you poison beings.
Indeed, that is in fact a way that poisoning things works. Shit, did I ever give you the stats for what that stuff did?
I have 13 needles that do 2d6 poison damage each.
Alrighty, well, it sounds like he's digesting a lot of d6s. Roll.
$92 poison damage.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. 1 second here. All right, next up. Do you have anything else that you intend to do on this turn?
I mean, that didn't take my action, did it?
I mean, no, that's just like item interaction. You're just pulling out your poison and letting it out. It didn't take a lot.
Then, if like there's no reaction of it like spitting it at me out, then I will do something.
I mean, it's starting to heave. I'm asking if you're doing anything else because effects take place at the end of your turn here. So I need to know everything that you're doing.
If ooh, because if I prepare to teleport out at like after my turn, if I don't get spit out, would that waste a charge if I do get spit out and I don't teleport?
That's a good question. Under, is there a ruling on that exists in like the DMG or something?
On what? Sorry, I missed it.
Holding the charge of a magic item. Like
Yes.
if you hold it.
It acts like holding a spell. You burn the charge as soon as you choose to hold it. Similar to how you burn the slot as soon as you choose to hold the spell.
Well, in that case, I do not want to stay here. I'm going to teleport and I'm going to try and teleport over to where. How many feet was it that teleport trap circle? Like, how many rounds would it take for me to get back here?
Hmm. 3 rounds to get into line of sight of the room, and another 2 rounds to actually get back into the room.
Would line of sight with the room be line of sight with the monster?
Only if it was breaching the surface.
Oh wait, it was acid damage that was dealt to me, right?
Yeah.
I'm full. I had absorb elements. Oh, I'll just. Huh? So I'll just cure wounds and then defensive field.
All right. Yeah. Is that all?
Yes.
All right. You feel a sudden movement as you are spit out back into the water, kind of bubbling up near the surface. The water is now full of vomit. and blood. Blood and vomit. It's fucking mess.
Is it bloodied? Is it bloodied?
No. Honestly, you can't really see. There's a lot of blood and vomit. You can barely make out a Moonob. Hamhawk?
Alright, so I saw this squid thing, tentacle, disappear down into the water.
Yeah. You can see.
To.
And then I saw Artie appear up here.
Lots of blood and vomit in the water.
But Moonob is still down there.
I would like to point out I am glowing with 30 feet of bright and 30 feet of dim.
Ah, nice. When last I saw the tentacles, did it look bloody? Or bloodied?
It does not look bloodied.
Alright.
It does look injured.
Wait, can I still see it?
Yeah, you can kind of see the creature because of the light.
Like through the water?
It's being obscured by the vomit, yes.
But it is underwater.
Yes.
Hold on, I need to check my thing to see if I can breathe water. Actually, that doesn't matter. I can hold my breath. Yeah, what the hell. I will begin holding my breath. And let's see, I would like to use an item interaction to pull out my knife. Because I'm going underwater. And yeah, I will go into the water to get a better look at this thing.
Yep, yeah, you hop into the water. It's full of vomit. Looks like a kraken. It's got you, Moonob.
Alright. I would... I'm not going to attempt to pull Moonob out myself, but I would like to swim up to its mouth and, like, start pulling on him so that if he tries to pull himself out, it'll be easier. I want to help him pull himself out.
I'm sorry, what are you doing?
I'm trying to help Moonob pull himself out if he chooses to on his turn.
Okay, you're giving the help action, alright.
Yes. And yeah, that'll be it.
Moonob.
Okay, well, I would like to attempt to escape. Does a 17 do it?
Yes.
Alright, I'm now free.
Indeed, you are no longer in the grasp of the kraken. You can see blood and vomit still coming out of its mouth.
Does it have any eyes or any vulnerable spots?
It does have an eyeball. And a second eyeball.
I use the broom to fly to its eye with my battle axe out.
I'm not entirely certain that's how fly speed works.
It's magical flight.
Yeah, that's fair. Fuck it.
I mean, even if we say it's half speed, it's still faster than my swimming.
True, yeah. You torpedo up to it.
And I use my action to escape, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then that is all.
Alright. The kraken here. Well, quite frankly, it's turned off by this chain of events, and it's going to swim off deep into the dark blue around you.
Do I get an attack of opportunity?
Yes.
I would like to use the attack to grapple it.
Do I get an attack of opportunity?
Yes.
Do I?
No, you're up on the surface. Like you were projectile vomited out of it.
I try to grapple its eye.
I think I miss.
Yeah, you miss, and you're going to try to grapple its eye.
Yeah, I don't want it to get away. Seems it's a little more wily than that.
Yeah, it blinks and swims off. The movement of its eyelid just detaching your hands.
How far did it move?
You can barely make out the ends of its tendrils straight down.
How far?
80 feet. You do notice something else. You can see light. Not down below, but back up. Almost as if there are other pools that this area accesses.
Oh, interesting. Good to know. Well, for out of initiative, I'll fly back up.
Alright, you fly back up. You guys are back in the first pool room, and I need to step away to use the restroom.
Oh, good. That means I can't.
Yeah, so you got away. Nothing I could do.
At least we all survived.
Mm-hmm.
That poison was a lot more useful than I expected it to be.
Guess I didn't like the taste of it. Anyway, yeah, so there are those other pools, so we have ways to get around, should this door not open.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Oh man, I go to the bathroom and I come back to find that Sleuth has returned to us?
Yeah. Yeah, the Kraken, I guess, really disagreed with Armerson. He spit out both Armerson and Sleuth.
Indeed. Alright, yeah, you guys are here in the room. The pool with vomit in the center and an open door.
Oh, the door did open.
Yeah.
Alright then.
We're still level 7.
Now we're 9.
It has been a hot minute since I was able to make it.
Indeed. But that's fine.
You were in that Kraken for so long.
So, what do we see at the other side of the door?
Well, there's a curving hallway. It extends out of sight.
We should probably take the land route, guys.
Sounds good. I'm happy we didn't have to do whatever we were supposed to do in here.
We go down the hallway.
Alright.
I'll check for traps.
Yeah, you're stepping by, and you notice that there is a floor tile attached to a nozzle in the ceiling.
Does it look like it'll spray gas?
Unclear.
Hey guys, should we activate this trap to see if we can get anything useful out of it?
Do you have a container for it to go into?
Yeah, I got lots of alchemist supplies.
I mean, sure. Why not? Might be useful against this lich.
Kill the lich.
So you're stepping on the tile?
Well, I think he's gonna hold up his alchemist supplies to the nozzle to capture a glass vial or a flask or something.
Okay.
Well, first I'd like to back up 10 feet and then trigger it with something. Because it could be a gas, it could be anything, and being in that area could just hurt me. You know?
Sure, just toss something heavy. Do you have anything heavy?
I got a little bag of sand, big bag of gold. How heavy are the lodestones?
2 pounds apiece.
Do you have any waterproof containers?
Like glass vials?
Well, big ones. Like bowls or anything.
If that could be found with alchemist supplies, but I'm not sure. How long is the scimitar? Can I just use it as a big stick and poke it?
You keep asking, can you? I need to know, what are you doing? Because you can do whatever it is that you'd
All
like
right.
to try.
Armerson, get up there and just hold your container up to the nozzle, right?
I will hold my container up to the nozzle.
I jump on the button.
All right. A high-pressure stream erupts from the nozzle. I need a dexterity saving throw from Munob.
But there was a
And
container over the end of it.
Yep.
Okay.
It's that high pressure. And a dexterity saving throw from Armerson.
Is he close enough to benefit from my 10-foot aura?
Yes. Munob, that does not pass as sorry, hiccup there. As acid sprays out at high pressure.
Ow, 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 ow. What the fuck? You were supposed to hold the thing over the nozzle!
23 points of acid damage.
Munob is now bloodied.
More acid came out than the vial could handle. How much acid did I get in the vial?
1 vial.
Is there acid on the ground that I could clean up and maybe get more vials out of?
Nothing that you'd be able to get anything useful out of. Once it's on the ground, it's contaminated. It's not going to be as useful.
Yeah. So 66 is about 3 vials worth of acid damage.
No. You have a vial of acid.
But yeah, but that's how much he took. So if I had a bigger container, do I think I could get all the acid?
No.
Oh. Well, this one won't work as well, so let's just keep going. Do you have anything to heal yourself with?
Yeah, I do. And I touch myself to heal. And I look just slightly injured now. Alright, well, let's not do that again.
Yeah. So we continue going, and if we run into areas that I have not checked for traps, I check for traps.
All right. You guys kind of follow the curve of the hallway here. Checking for traps. All right, yeah. Yeah, as you advance, you come across another floor tile, this one having an arcane rune etched into it.
Careful, guys, there's an arcane rune. Is it like a glyph of warding or something?
That would seem to be the case. That would seem to be the case of what it is.
Alright, so like 20 foot away, I'll throw a rock at it, try and trigger it.
All right, the rock bounces across the ground with a clatter.
Alright, in this case, I'll apply my brain and can I make an arcana check to see if I can figure out how to disarm it? Or set it off safely?
I should clarify this thing's position. It is on a tile, not the hallway.
So we could easily avoid it?
Yes.
Alright.
Yes, you just have to step around it.
Alright, step around that glyph. Let's keep going. Roll for more traps.
No, we'll go with this one. All right. You guys reach the foot of a flight of stairs leading up to another large circular room. You see a second arcane ward on another section of floor and just kind of step around it. This colossal circular domed chamber has a oblong pool sitting in the middle, and a few points along the eastern perimeter of the room contain floating spheres of water. A raised balcony exists occupying the western half of the room. You cannot see what's up there. And there is a door to the far south end.
Is there anything in the floating waters?
No, not that you can see.
So I'll just do an investigation check to look for like hidden stuff and passageways, hidden treasure, hidden enemies.
All right. You poke around, this room appears to be empty.
Alright. Then I guess we'll just keep going through the only exit. Checking for traps, of course.
Traps.
Alright, you guys head more south. Yeah, you open the door, and you can see just inside of it is another one of those shimmering walls of force.
I will poke it, and it doesn't disappear, does it?
Nope.
Well, detect magic. Ritual. No. I'll look for the lodestone, both like around here and in the previous room.
Well, it's not in the hallway. Start walking around the room. Yeah, okay, yeah. So I guess you walk up to the balcony. And here, now that you've actually walked up here, you can see on this upper balcony a pair of pools, each with this rather large turtle kind of sitting halfway out of the liquid. And a large black and red cobra with the face of a person. Like this. Turns over and looks at you, kind of hissing. Ah, fresh meat for our pets. And you should roll initiative.
Actually, that metal. Dink, dink, dink. See?
Roll inish.
Sleuth, what's your character's name?
I forgot to do that.
Ah, yes, the noble tale of Forgot.
Alrighty. Artie?
Artie will cast Fairy Fire on all three of them.
They are not all within range of fairy fire.
That is very disappointing. How far apart are they?
The two pools of water are 40 feet apart, and the Naga is 40 feet away from each pool. This puts the Naga 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 feet from you.
Wow, and how far are the turtles from me?
Well, one of them is 80, the other one is 20.
Well, I suppose I'll just go up to the close turtle and just start punching its face.
And what's the range on Detect Magic?
30 feet, I think?
Yeah. Yeah, you get up to the turtle, and you can detect, with that Detect Magic, a magical aura coming from over by the Naga.
Is it similar to the lodestones?
It is a magical aura.
What school of magic?
A magical aura. It does not have a particular school.
Well, okay then. Guys, the snake is magical.
No,
Has a
not the.
magic aura.
No, the snake doesn't. There is an object by it.
Oh.
Like, you can't see the object though. Like, it's in the coils.
Well, still can't reach the snake, so punchy punchy.
All right, you punch the dragon turtle. One hit.
Twelve
12 points. Anything else?
That is it.
Cousin?
Bonus action, I'm going to use Starry Form from Druid subclass and take the Archer Constellation. Action, I'm going to cast Ice Knife at the Naga if it's in range.
What's the range of Ice Knife?
60 feet.
Yeah.
60. Alright. 29 to hit. That is
That hits.
10 magical piercing. All creatures in 5 feet make a dexterity saving throw. On a fail, they take 2. On a fail, they take 6. DC is 17. I can't get out of here. Alright, 10 fails, and that is my turn.
Alrighty. Hamhawk?
Alright, how far away is the Naga?
60.
That is. Wait a minute. Yeah, that is close enough. Alright, I am going to use a bonus action to mark him, and then I'm gonna shoot him. Is he like fairy fired or anything?
Nope.
Alright. Man, why do I keep nat wanting? It's like my third nat one.
I don't know.
Do I hit with an 18?
An 18 hits.
Alright. Alright, 31 magical bludgeoning.
Alright, the Naga's bloodied. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Alright. The Naga. It's going to cast a spell. I need a wisdom saving throw from Armerson.
See within my aura.
No. He moved up and out of it.
Okay.
A
I'll add
13
a-
does not pass.
+5 for that.
That passes.
Yay.
You fight off the influence that was invading your mind. Munab?
Alright, so there's the snake's like 60 feet away.
Mm-hmm.
That is within broom flying range. I go up and I hit it with my axe.
Alrighty. Two hits.
That is 20 slashing damage. That's all I got.
Alrighty.
Did it look like it was effective?
Oh, yes, yes.
Okay.
Actually, that takes it out.
Takes it out. Holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys have fucking, like, targeted it. Yeah, you basically slice its head off.
Nice.
As its body kind of twists and loses tension, you can see that there is a lodestone sitting in its coils.
Ha! That's neat. I grab it. I wonder
Alrighty.
what this does. Like I said, that's it for me.
Alrighty here. Alpha. Dragon turtles and a dead Naga.
Dragon turtle and a dead Naga.
Well, two dragon turtles.
Dragon turtles.
Yes.
We're fighting dragon turtles.
Yes.
Right. Okay
Yep.
then. So I guess I'm going to whack one, I suppose. Is any one of them? Which one is injured?
There's one that got punched in the schnoz
by
Armorson.
by Armorson. I'm gonna hit that one. Is either one of them glowing? Eh?
What?
Is either one of them glowing? Yeah.
No.
Right. Okay. We had a rest, didn't we? A short one, right?
A while ago, we haven't taken
Yeah,
one.
well, we ain't taking a rest since. Okay, that's what I thought. All right. Well, I'm gonna smack him. Okay. One hit, two hits.
Yeah, give me a second.
All right.
One hit.
$11 of magical blunt damage.
Alrighty.
And I end my turn.
Somebody add DM2 to the initiative, please. They're on 2. Thank you. Alright, DM2. Well, these young dragon turtles, they want dinner. I need constitution saving throws from literally everybody.
People by the snake earn my aura.
You're the only one in melee with the snake.
Oh, I thought Artie also ran up.
No, he punched the turtle.
Ah.
Gouts of steam everywhere. Well, the DC is 16. Looks like Cousin and Armorson and Hamhawk failed. Alpha, where's your save?
What kind of save?
Constitution.
Am I in the aura?
No.
I fail.
Indeed. $52 points of fire damage, halved on passes.
Well, youch.
Yeah, that hurt.
Artie is down.
I'm gonna reaction absorb elements then.
Alrighty. So Armison's down. Is anybody else down?
Nope.
Artie, death save. Alright, that's one pass. Cousin?
Bonus action. How far is Artie from me?
$15.
Alright. I'm gonna run over and cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level on him. $17, and then bonus action I'm going to use my Starry Form ability to throw a star at one of the dragon turtles. $24 hits, I assume.
24 hits.
And that is... This add... Yeah. That is 8 radiant damage. That's action and bonus action. That's my turn.
Alright. Hamhawk.
So the snake is dead. There's 2 dragon turtles left.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. I'm going to bonus action. Are either of them bloodied?
No.
I'm gonna. Alright, I'll just pick one then. Use a bonus action to move my mark onto one of them. And yeah, then I'm gonna make 2 attacks. Wait, how far away are they?
Repeat, please.
How far away are they?
20 feet and 60 feet.
Yeah, we'll do the 20-foot one then. Are either of them like fairy fired or anything?
No.
Alright. Hey, there we go. And upon, assume, hitting them, do I hit?
Yep, 2 hits.
Alright. Then upon the first hit, I will mark the one that I hit.
Yep. Sorry, I'm a little unresponsive at times, guys. I'm running on like 4 hours of sleep.
That is okay. Alright, that is 52 magical bludgeoning.
Hot shit.
It is hot shit. That's that 38 static damage.
What was that from?
It's from the my sling, which is a +3 weapon.
On sharpshooter.
And sharpshooter.
Okay.
The dead Naga. Munob.
How's the dragon turtle look after that?
Still pretty good.
Is that the one that breathed fire on us?
They both did.
Ah. Okay. Well, then I will fly over to that one, the one that hit us, the one that got hit.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to introduce him to the business end of my axe.
All right.
Oh, God. That would imply that the other end of the axe, the non-sharp pointy bit, rather, that isn't the sharp, slicey pointy bit, is the the rounded, smooth shaft, which would make that the
The
pleasure end of the axe.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, business in the front, pleasure in the back.
24 points of slashing damage.
Alrighty.
That's all I got.
Mm-hmm. All right. These guys. Wait, sorry, no. Alpha.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna hit this thing. Is it immune to the prone condition?
Don't you have a size limit?
Or is it a large size?
Oh, it's bigger.
Oh, it's a big size. Oh, that's right. It's dragon turtles. How the fuck did we wind up fighting not one but two fucking dragon turtles?
And a Naga.
And a Naga. I mean, really? Fuck.
It's a rude joke to be made
Remind you,
here.
we're only level 9.
And we're kicking their ass.
Gosh, I don't understand.
Is the rude joke that the enemy team looks like a penis?
Yes.
Sorry, my brain shut down there for a second. What?
I think Alpha is punching the other testicle.
I am.
3
I'm
hits?
waylaying it. And they can't be pushed because they're giant, but I can still add the damage. Ha ha ha. Because they can't be pushed, but they can still take the extra damage from the combat superiority, which is a D8. So, oh, please. So it's 45 points of magical blunt damage.
Mm-hmm. The dragon turtle is injured.
I am done.
The dragon turtles. Let's see. Parties reposition. Alright. I need constitution saving throws from everybody again.
But since we're all on the one dragon turtle, they should be in my aura, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone gets plus 5.
What kind of save is it?
Constitution.
Now I have the aura, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to reaction Alpha's roll. What is it? Cosmic Omen, and add d6. A 6 to that. So that would be 23.
Alright, so nobody failed. Everyone takes half. Everyone takes 25 points of fire damage as hot steam burns them. And Armerson, that is a failed death save.
Didn't I
Did
get
Armerson go back down?
Did
Yep.
he ever get picked up?
I
Yeah.
healed him on my turn.
Ah, I missed that.
And that'll knock him out again. I didn't heal him for much, but probably.
Absorb elements. I'm still up.
I am badly bloodied.
So am I.
Mm-hmm. Armerson. Hey, wait, hold on. I still got a second dragon turtle. Let's see. You know what? This one's hungry. He's gonna really haul ass over land and get up into melee with you guys. Well, that's all he can do. Armerson.
So both turtles are in melee?
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to send one punch at each of them. Defensive field. And then I will yell, "We got what we need to! We don't need to kill them! Let's get out of here!" And then I'll fly away.
Alright, that'll provoke an attack of opportunity. He'll try to eat you.
I hope they miss.
I hope they crit. Because I'm bloodthirsty.
Double nat 20.
And we landed right in between.
Nope, they miss.
I know, but like a nat 1 would be a miss, and nat 20 would be a crit, and so it's a 10. Right between. Perfectly average. Alright.
Perfectly balanced, as all things should be.
Cousin.
I had to step away for a minute. Can somebody else roll, or do I have to dodge?
I mean, I can roll for it.
Disengage or run away. Or, well, you can just run away since they use their reaction. Only one attack me?
Yep, only one try to eat you.
Bonus action, starry form, d20 plus 11 to hit. There is nothing I can do to save a 1. Action Blight. I think that's a con save.
You're casting the spell Blight.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a con save.
On the one that we've been focusing down. 17. I think that succeeds. Uh, 17 is the DC. But I think it's save halves. So you take half of 32, which would be 16 necrotic. That's bonus and normal action. That's my turn. Ooh, I'm going to use my 30 feet of movement to back away if I can. Might have been 35, but I don't remember offhand. I'll go 30. Alright, that's my turn.
Alrighty. Hamhawk.
Are there still 2 dragon turtles left?
Yes. None of them are bloodied.
Maybe we should run away.
Yeah, we got the thing. I got him. You guys can fall back. I got you covered.
Alright. I begin falling back at a rate of... And yeah, I'll dash, so I get 70 feet. And that's all I'm going to do. Or is it? Wait a minute. If I fall back, how long to get like out of visual range?
"45 feet."
Okay, and there's still like a bunch of people in melee with the dragon turtles.
Besides you, I think it's just me and Alpha.
Say again?
But there are... Alright, yeah, then I'm just going to dash and fall back. That's it. I'm moving my full 70 feet.
Alrighty. Unob.
So it's just me and Alpha in melee with these guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. I'm going to look at Alpha and be like, we should get out of here. I got your back. And I'm going to bonus action cast Sanctuary on him.
Yeah, I'm gone.
And I will then... Now, that's bonus action. I will then hold my action to only move back if Alpha does. Otherwise, I'm staying in melee.
Okay. Alpha?
I'm breaking off attack. I'm moving away. Alpha's living the 1 HP dream. He is getting the hell out of Dodge.
What would you do if I called you a coward?
Continue to flee. I don't have any rages left, so I'm not in rage either. I don't have any rages left, so I'm not thinking about killing things. I'm thinking about running away.
Alright, so you fall back.
Yes.
And as he moves, so would I.
Indeed, yeah, you guys start hauling ass away. Breaking contact with these guys already. You guys are out of an ish.
Okay.
So how late in the adventuring day are we?
About 10 minutes until it's at the end.
So just enough time to cast Liam's Tiny Hut. Oh, it actually takes 11 minutes to cast. So I guess we'll find like a safe place, maybe in the hall or something. Cast Liam's Tiny Hut and then go to bed.
Alrighty, yeah,
Works
you
for me.
guys bunker down for bed. For reference, in this long rest period, you guys have fought the following creatures. A beholder, 2 clay golems, a kraken, a naga, and 2 adult dragon turtles.
Not a what?
We
And
only
you've killed like only half of that.
well, we only ran from the 2 dragon turtles. The kraken ran from us.
Yeah, that's what that was. It definitely wasn't I built in and out for you guys. Yeah.
If he was close enough, I would have gone after him.
I ain't using that reduced threat bullshit. Alright. Yeah. You guys begin resting.
I mean, I'll take a watch.
I'll be on a watch.
I'll take one.
What's your watch order?
Artie, you taking a watch?
Yeah, Warforged watch.
I'm on all watches.
I'll take that nice Rolex.
Alright, the rest of you take a watch, and Spectre gets a Rolex. But specifically one from one of those guys with the trench coats full of them.
It's just a Casio with some like gold paint on it.
Wouldn't the modern equivalent of that be like going to the airport and having your overcoat full of Jordans or something?
That would be quite difficult.
No, it'd be the modern equivalent of being like, "Hey kid, want to buy an NFT?"
NFTs are a scam. Alright. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Alright. So you guys have finished a long rest. And you're here in the cave.
I was pushing the wrong button. Do my hit point maximums return normal from the clay golem hit?
They do not.
Okay.
You think you might need greater magics to do that?
Shit, anyone know remove curse?
I don't have greater restoration.
I got Lesser Restoration and Dispel Magic.
I have Greater Restoration prepared, but I'd need a diamond for it. Well, diamond dust.
Yeah, I don't have any gems.
Unless the restoration won't work.
Probably not.
Remove curse is not a druid spell, so I cannot help with that.
Well, nuts. Hey, Gilbert, it is okay if you want to call it here, given how tired you are.
Yeah, it's that's a good idea.
Don't feel compelled to continue.
Yeah,
It is a nice stopping point.
we'll call it.